Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about social batteries. What are they? How does it affect different personality types? How can we use them and talk about them to our benefit? And also, what are some of the ways that we deplete our social batteries on a day-to-day basis, especially when you are using your second language and when you are in the workplace, speaking with colleagues, speaking with teammates, engaging in conferences, going on company outings, or going to expos or exhibitions where you have to be speaking with people, socializing with people, maybe at all hours of the day. So let's dive straight into it, guys, and discuss this topic about social batteries. So what is a social battery? So it's a metaphorical way to express the energy levels that you feel at any given moment. So when you wake up in the morning, maybe or typically for most people, you feel tired. So your social battery at this point in the day is going to be very low. You go to work. When you arrive, you have a coffee, you're going to be speaking with a couple of colleagues. Your social battery at this point is going to be a little higher, maybe at the middle stage, but still a little early in the morning. So it normally takes a little bit more time for you to get fully comfortable and to feel like you are ready to start speaking with your colleagues and your teammates and have conversations. So maybe around 10, 11, you're going to have a high social battery. But the more interactions that you have with people, the more times you have to discuss things or make small talk or have to dive into conversations with, in multi-way conversations with multiple people. You are on Zoom calls, video calls with your international colleagues. Your social battery is going to start to deplete. And this is also affected by the mood that you're in. So some days you're in a good mood, some days you're in a bad mood. So your social battery is going to change on each given day. So let's take a look at some of the factors that affect social batteries. So the first one is personality types. If you're an extroverted person, and by extroverted, I mean someone that enjoys socializing, a person that enjoys talking with others and it actually gives them energy. So if you start the day with a low social battery, by actually speaking with people, it's going to increase your social battery level and you're going to have higher energy after speaking with people. This normally happens for extroverted people. If you're an introverted person, on the other hand, it's actually going to drain you and exhaust you and make you feel so depleted after each and every interaction you have. If it's short and brief, of course, it's not normally a problem. But if it's very long, it's with people maybe you don't feel comfortable with, and it's in an environment and a setting that you are just not fully familiar with, then it's going to deplete your social battery. So the next one is actually the nature of the interaction. So this is going to affect how you feel. If you are familiar with your colleagues, how well do you know them? This is going to impact whether your ability to speak with them is going to require more energy or less. So if they are like a friend, you've known your colleagues for a really long time, it's not going to take as much effort compared to it's a new employee. Maybe someone has just been brought onto the team and you need to speak with them, you need to get to know them. It's going to require more energy from you in the beginning, but of course it will get easier over time. Some personality types you're just going to naturally click with, and when I use the word click here, it's a way that we use in English to mean to connect. So to connect with people, to click with people, it means that you just maybe share the same energy, you kind of get each other. This is another expression we use in English, to get someone. It just means you understand them at an energy level. You share the same interests, you share the same hobbies or ideas or opinions. You kind of just like have a common understanding with each other. If you are a similar age, you typically tend to get one another because you are on the same social level. So these are a few of the ways that we can think about our own social batteries. The next one is our current mental state. So if we are quite stressed and we are anxious one day, our social battery is going to be impacted and is going to be extremely low because your mind is preoccupied with your thoughts. So this word preoccupied, it means you are already thinking about so many things and your mind is overloaded. It becomes too much for you to even consider socializing, because there are just so many other things that you are thinking about. So you have other things that are on your mind. So this is another expression we use in English. Something is on your mind, it means you are already thinking about something before another thing happens. So it could be something at home, it could be something in your family, it could be your child's birthday is coming up and you really want to think about what you want to get them. You have things that are on your mind. Maybe you want to start having English lessons, and yeah, it's something that you want to do, but you just don't have the time yet, but it's on your mind. You are starting to think about it. So what's actually the impact of having a low social battery, and what does this mean for you in your life? Well, typically it's going to mean you're going to feel very tired. So, of course, when we go to work, we want to have high energy, we want to feel good, we want to be sociable, we want to show that we're good employees and that we're working hard, but it's so hard to do that if you already feel exhausted and you already feel tired and you already feel fatigued. So this word fatigued is related to energy and tiredness. If you feel fatigued, it means you feel tired, it means you feel exhausted. Okay. In a workplace setting, it can actually be very difficult for you to focus, because you might have people that interrupt you and distract you when you're working, or your boss might call you into a meeting or ask you to jump onto a video call to get your opinion and your insight on a certain topic. If something is unexpected and unplanned, this is really going to impact your social battery, because you didn't really prepare for it. So you are not in the mind state to really be engaged and to be really switched on. So again, we use this expression to be switched on. It means to be focused and ready to work. So if you say, oh, I feel more switched on in the afternoon, it means like you are more alert, you are more ready to focus. So your social battery will also be higher at this point in the day. And there will be other points in the day where you feel more switched off, which means you are not alert, you are not focused, and you are not ready to engage in much work. You will just be doing maybe work that doesn't require a lot of thinking and a lot of brain power, compared to when you are switched on, where you can engage in high focus, high level activities, okay, such as speaking with clients or speaking with customers, or giving your insight and your opinion about certain topics. The key thing to know here about social batteries is how to become more aware and conscious of what status your social battery is at. So just like with your phone, when the battery starts to die or the battery starts to decrease, you need to recharge it. It's the same for you. Take a rest, go sit down, eat something, have a snack, listen to some music, go for a walk. These are all things that are going to help you to recharge. The more aware and conscious you can become of your mindset and of your personal emotional state, the better you can handle your own emotions and your own social battery. Another thing that you can do to help you recharge your social battery if you feel like you are in a bad mood or you feel like your social battery is low is to set up personal boundaries. And what I mean by setting up personal boundaries is by saying no to invitations, to lunches, to going out with friends. Sometimes this is, of course, a good thing if you want to socialize, but it can also be a bad thing if you are already drained and you're tired from work. So sometimes putting up boundaries and saying no can help you recharge your social battery. Another one is taking time for solitude. So when we take time for solitude, we carve out time in our day for reading, for things that give you personal sense of fulfillment. So it could be watching a show that makes you happy. It could be focusing on a task that you said you wanted to do, or it could just be, for me, for example, I like to cook dinner. Cooking dinner actually gives me a sense of solitude, sense of peace, and I really actually enjoy this process. I know for a lot of people they really dislike cooking dinner, but for me I actually quite like it, and it helps me to relax. Another thing is practicing self-care, so exercise, sleep, diet, nutrition. Of course, having all of these dialed in is really going to help you. So this expression, dialed in, it means to have your foundational habits like sleep, your sleeping routine, your eating routine, and your exercise habits focused. So it means that you perform your daily exercise daily and weekly at a time that you said you would. So this is going to help you to feel good, and it's going to help you to stay